The smoke from Canadian wildfires wreaking havoc throughout the DMV as we take this live look over the National Mall through EarthCam. Yesterday's dangerously poor air quality leading to health warnings, closures, and much more. Today, the National Weather Service is issuing heat advisories, air quality alerts, and hazardous weather outlooks for much of the region. Good morning and welcome to Fox 5 Morning, starting at 8:30 a.m. this Saturday. I'm Maureen Ume. Thank you for joining us right here on Fox 5 and, of course, streaming on Fox Local. Now, this morning, we are continuing to stay on top of the haze and humidity across the DMV, which I'm sure you've seen and experienced. Here is a look from our network of cameras. Right now, mild and muggy conditions throughout the D.C., Maryland, and Virginia area. Fox 5 spoke with some viewers along the National Mall this morning reacting to the air quality.
It's better today than it was yesterday. Yesterday was really bad.
Has it prevented you from coming out?
No. I just don't come in. I didn't come out as much as I wanted to yesterday, but today I'm pretty much coming out as much as I want.
All right, so this video was shot around the National Mall from this morning. Health officials are warning everyone, though, to do use caution, saying that the unhealthy air can have an impact on your health. If you haven't felt it yet, it reportedly affects your eyes as well as your breathing passages in the nose, throat, lungs. Johns Hopkins Medicine is actually encouraging communities to limit time outdoors and to wear an N95 mask if you have to be outside. This morning, President Donald Trump is fuming over Canada's wildfire smoke. The administration is issuing tariff threats, pledging to hold Canada responsible for costs associated with unhealthy air quality here in the U.S. Trump posted a statement online yesterday saying, in part, quote, "We are holding Canada responsible for not properly maintaining their forests and brush, calling the situation totally unacceptable." All right, let's check in with Gwen Talbert. She has been monitoring all of the bad air quality issues, and of course, other weather issues as well, because we've got rain in the forecast, thunderstorms even, that we have to contend with today.
Right, and those storms really today, people have to be weather alert, have the potential to be severe.
Oh, goodness.
So we could be talking some pretty active weather before it's all said and done.
Oh, well.
But in the meantime, we're going to get a bit of a break from that smoke, and I'm happy to say that. We're going to see it starting to retreat as we get into this afternoon. So, but if you're heading out the door right now, 78 degrees. We still have the smoke there. Winds are from the south at 7 miles an hour. The feel like is 80, which isn't too bad because later today, the feel like is going to be rising quite a bit. So here's a look. We have a code red air quality alert, which is unhealthy for everyone. And don't spend any length of time outside in this. Wear a mask, as Maureen mentioned. Very, very important for your health. This air quality alert is in effect right through until tonight. And here's a look at the forecast with that smoke starting to retreat as we get into this afternoon. It starts to pull out. And there we are, 4, 5, 6 o'clock. We're right under some pretty clear conditions here. It kind of wraps around a little bit across Illinois and pushes into parts of western Ohio there. But I'm not saying it's gone forever. I'm just saying we're going to at least get a break today, and at least into tomorrow as well from it, which we will take. Heat, oh yes, heat and humidity are kicking in for our area as well. Temperatures will be into the 90s, but the feel like is going to be up to 105 degrees today. Another reason just to stay inside, because this can be pretty dangerous for people. Add that to the air quality issue with breathing problems, and you got a pretty bad combination going on there. So satellite radar composite showing you we don't have anything really happening right now. We have this frontal system that's going to come through, and that's going to be part of the instability that's going to help building in. So we are under an enhanced risk of severe storms today. Very dangerous. Could even get isolated tornadoes. It's very possible. So good time to download the Fox 5 local weather app. It's right there on your screen. Just scan that QR code to your phone or smart TV and have weather on the go. And also check us out on fox5dc.com. Maureen?
But say members of the community will come together to remember a teen who was shot to death in the district. A candlelight vigil is being held this evening for 13-year-old Ahmad Mims. The vigil starts at 7 p.m. at the Kip Webb campus field along Mount Olivet Road in Northeast. Mims was shot and killed last Saturday on Rosedale Street. His killer is still on the loose, with Metro Police continuing their search for the suspect. And staying in the district, D.C.'s new permanent youth curfew is now in effect. It applies to anyone under 18 who is not with a parent or guardian. The curfew runs every day for the months of July and August from 12:01 a.m. to 6 a.m. Police can also designate earlier curfew zones starting at 8 p.m. In September, the curfew will move from midnight to 11 p.m. on weeknights. This morning, Tacoma Park Police is putting out the call for information after a recent drug bust. 21-year-old Rebecca Lopez was taken into custody Wednesday evening along the 6900 block of New Hampshire Avenue. Police say she tried to run and resisted arrest when officers approached her. Investigators recovered suspected crack cocaine and other drugs. Now Lopez is facing charges, and detectives are asking anyone with more information to give them a call. As we turn now to the war with Iran, the U.S. military has launched strikes for a 7th straight night. Newly released footage from Central Command shows attacks targeting Iran's surveillance sites, underground weapons storage, and critical bridges near the Strait of Hormuz. The goal is to cut off military resupply routes and then pressure Tehran into loosening its grip on the vital waterway. Meanwhile, the Pentagon confirms 13 more U.S. service members were injured this week, bringing the total number of wounded Americans to more than 420 since the conflict began in February.
They want to make a deal with us because they are suffering devastating blows on behalf of our United States military.
But Iran maintains that it will not participate in any negotiations while it is being bombed. Tehran has been responding to the latest airstrikes by targeting its Middle East neighbors, saying any countries with U.S. bases are fair targets. This new round of fighting is sending gas prices back up. With oil prices climbing due to the war with Iran, U.S. companies are looking for a workaround. American firms just signed roughly $60 billion in deals with the Iraqi government to build new oil pipelines. The goal is to pump Iraqi crude through Syria and Turkey, completely bypassing the ongoing conflict in the Strait of Hormuz. Experts say these new routes could eventually secure millions of barrels a day, but it's not a quick fix. They say these pipelines will take at least 2 to 3 years to build. As we take this live look at the White House, we are learning that Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is pushing his U.S. trip back to later this month. His office says the delay is due to a postponed funeral for Senator Lindsey Graham. Netanyahu hopes to meet with President Trump, but a sit-down has not yet been officially scheduled. He reportedly wanted to meet before Lebanon's president visits Washington this coming Tuesday. This upcoming trip would be Netanyahu's first U.S. visit since the joint campaign against Iran began in late February. Now, President Trump is giving Darlene Graham his support if she runs to replace her late brother, Lindsey Graham, in the Senate. She was sworn in to the role following Graham's sudden death, and just yesterday, funeral plans were announced for Lindsey Graham. There will be a service in D.C. on the 28th, followed by another in South Carolina the next day. Happening right now, Democratic lawmakers are pushing for answers on DHS's vetting and training process for ICE agents. The Associated Press is reporting close relatives of Agent David Brulette, the officer involved in the deadly shooting in Maine, say he has struggled with mental health since early childhood. Democrats want an investigation into DHS, adding that the officer must be held accountable. And today, demonstrators will hold a rally in Southeast D.C. to protest a proposed new ICE headquarters in the district. It's organized by the Party for Socialism and Liberation. The march also aims to show solidarity with ICE victims. It kicks off at 2 p.m. at the corner of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. Avenues. Another protest to tell you about today. Calvert County is joining a nationwide day of action against data centers. Activists are gathering for the Humans First National AI Data Center Day of Protest. It is part of a coast-to-coast effort demanding an end to what organizers call shadow deals, allowing big tech to build massive data centers in local communities. The Prince Frederick rally is happening until noon today in the giant food parking lot at the Fox Run Shopping Center off Solomon's Island Road. Our coverage continues this morning on the widespread Cyclospora outbreak. Taco Bell says it has removed all affected Taylor Farms lettuce from its stores, including in West Virginia. The announcement coming the same day that Taylor Farms announced that it would voluntarily pull all iceberg lettuce sourced from central Mexico from the U.S. market. Fox 5's Kaylin Norwood has the latest.
In addition to West Virginia, the CDC warning consumers not to eat any shredded iceberg lettuce at Taco Bell locations in Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, and Ohio as well. But experts warn not every recent U.S. illness might be caused by a single source. However, a single supplier has been identified as Taylor Farms of Salinas, California. The company has been tied to outbreaks in the past. In a statement into Fox 5, Taylor Farms clarified adding none of its branded salads or kits are associated with the outbreak and said they are working to restore trust. Federal health officials say in a statement other brands, restaurants, retailers, and distribution channels could be identified as this investigation continues. Cases are continuing to climb in the DMV. The latest numbers show Maryland and Virginia all with dozens of cases this year. There are a few in the district as well. Now, this parasite, it loves the heat and commonly causes watery diarrhea.
That was Fox 5's Kaylin Norwood reporting. And coming up our next half hour, medical experts will share more signs and symptoms to watch for, including foods to avoid. Coming up after the break, alternating lane closures for drivers, plus another check of the forecast, storms on the way, and whether it can clear out any of this ongoing haze.